Hi everyone, it's Kesman Cottage channel. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I am going to be doing my top 5 games, so I think that will be good games to watch. Now, if you're returning Kev's Magpies, welcome back to another video. Like and comment. But if you're new to the channel and watching this for the first time, like, comment, subscribe. It means the world to me. Before we jump in, I'm going to be doing a video of the reason why Collingwood just don't put teams to the sword. So we get like more than 3 goals in front, and all of a sudden that we crumbled, and the other team beats us. And the reason why that sometimes when we do fight back, we win or lose, because it just shoots me up the wall that the inconsistency by us. We've done it so many times in this space. As well, and definitely doing my homework on that. I've started doing it from like season 2000, the scores, how far that teams got ahead of us, and then where they end up winning. There's been games, even like early 2000s, that we've absolutely dominated teams like Carlton in 2001. And in 2000, and even 2002, the second time we played against them, like we absolutely cleaned them by 100 points. I want to see those type of games more often, where we're so far in front, the opposition, if they do try to come back, they're not going to be able to do that. So I'll go in depth on why I think that is the case. Theoretically, it's the coaches. It's at the end of the day, it is what it is. The coaches and the coaching staff. You're there to motivate your players. If you can't do that on the week in, week out period and get them up for games, and somehow get your side up over the line, then at the end of the day, you're not going to keep your job for long. That's why I disagree. Everything that's happened at teams like Carlton, even Collingwood to a certain extent, where I did apologise. And I don't regret in what I say in that review. It's pretty damning for me to think that, because if I think, look, we got blown out the water, but we came back and we got within 10 points. I think that's a good performance. In my eyes, that's not. So I'll be sort of lying to myself and lying to everyone else about that situation as much as possible. But you got to play 4 quarters, and if you can't play 4 quarters, there's a difference. Is every time you try, the opposition just bangs on a couple more, and you try a few things and it hasn't worked, then that's not our day. Okay, that's fair enough. I can wear the loss. I can see that that we would be trying a few things. But even with Carlton at the moment, it's the coaches. The players aren't motivated at all, and that's the one thing that you got to do as a coach and stuff, is motivate your players as much as possible. So it doesn't hurt me to say this, but at the end of the day, you're there to coach the team, no matter who they are. And if the players don't perform well, naturally it's on the coaching. So to me, it doesn't matter what you look at it. Either way, at the end of the day, the coaches have to take that responsibility. But let's go into my top 5. Just want to get that off my chest. Just want to tell you guys that what I'm planning on doing as well. So I'm going to be doing videos of that. I don't know if I'll be doing like parts of that, like part 1, part 2, part 3, all the rest. So if I can have a look at a bit of footage and go through why that's happened, then I can say, okay, that's because of this and this and this. So I just want to uncover something. I just want to have an opinion on why it's happened too much this year. if I can be brutally honest enough. But until then, let's jump straight into it. Now, my fifth game that I'm looking at the moment is GWS and Richmond. Now, these two teams, they've played in close games before. They've played in a grand final and a prelim as well. Don't know where this game will be at as for number 5, but I think that the Giants will get the job done. Probably. Richmond had a good win, but if you can keep it outside the MCG, it's a huge bonus on top of that. As much as possible. Number 4 is the Derby. Fremantle versus West Coast. This game is very interesting indeed because you have a look at this team. Fremantle want to play for finals. West Coast are just hanging in there at the moment. So with that, I think you have to go as that's going to be a cracking game. I think, and I'll let you guys have your say as well on top of that. Number 3, Port Adelaide versus Carlton. Now these two teams have generally matched up well against each other. Still think that's going to be the way to go about it. Just never know what to expect realistically on that. Number 2 is Brisbane Lions versus Collingwood. We've played in grand finals and close games beforehand. So we have played in front of, on the big stage, if you can say that. Started to work. We've had a couple of close games as well over the years. So hopefully this one's a ripping game. And my number 1, Gold Coast versus Essendon. And the reason why I do say that is because with the Gold Coast and Essendon, they've been, the last couple of times, they've been pretty close. So I think with that, you expect something out of this type of performance as much as possible. Now, let me know what you think in the comments below. Look, like, comment, and subscribe. I will begin. I might do part 1 of this video as well. As a fan at the moment, I certainly got the hope that I probably got out of the West Coast game. I think as well as when I go through this, I think you're gonna, I think I'm gonna uncover the reason why as well. But until next time, just want to tell you guys what's happening with that. I love you all. Until then, see ya.